All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Miss Joseph, and today we're going to be reading Fishing with Grandpa. Now, before we start reading, may I have your names, please? One more time. Okay, good. Thank you. Very nice to meet you. All right. So this book is called Fishing with Grandpa. Now, these two characters, we're assuming that this is going to be the grandpa and this is the little girl, and they're going to be going fishing. So let's read the first page. My grandpa loves to fish. I love to fish too. So as we can see, as the sentence said, this is the grandpa and this is the little girl. They both love to fish. So let's go to the next page. All right, we see the two characters again. The grandpa is digging for something, I believe, and the child has the two fishing poles in her hand. Let's start reading the words. Grandpa and I go fishing together. I get the fishing poles. Grandpa gets the worms. So let's read that together again. Grandpa and I go fishing together. I get the fishing poles. Grandpa gets the worms. So as we can see, the grandpa is digging in the dirt for worms, and the granddaughter has the fishing poles in her hand to catch the fish. The worms eat the fish. All right, the next page. As we can see, they're both together again, this time in a boat on a big lake. So let's start reading. Grandpa and I get the worms and the poles. We get into a boat, big boat. We go out onto the big lake. All right, let's read that together one more time. Grandpa and I get the worms and the poles. We get into a boat. We go out onto the big lake. So, as we can see, they are both on a lake with the fishing poles and the worms. All right, let's see what happens next. All right, as we can see, they're both in the boat, and the grandpa seems to be giving a fishing pole to his granddaughter. Let's start reading. We go out onto the big lake to fish. I get my fishing pole ready. Grandpa gets his fishing pole ready. All right, let's read that together. We go out onto the big lake to fish. I get my fishing pole ready. Grandpa gets his fishing pole ready. So they are both together preparing to go fishing in the boat on the lake. All right, next page. And what's this? The grandpa seems to be showing her how to put the worm on the hook, and she looks very surprised. Let's see what happens with the words. Let's read. We get our fishing poles ready to fish. Grandpa puts a worm on my hook. Grandpa puts a worm on his hook. Let's read that together one more time. We get our fishing poles ready to fish. Grandpa puts a worm on my hook, on her hook, and Grandpa puts a worm on his own hook, on his hook. So Grandpa is teaching her how to put the bait for the fish. All right, let's read the next page. All right, as we can see, they're in the boat on the lake, and they seem to be putting the fishing poles in the water. Let's read the words. The worms are on the hooks. We toss the worms and the hooks into the water. All right, let's read that together slower. The worms are on the hooks. We toss the worms and the hooks into the water. So as we can see, they are both getting prepared to fish. All right, unfortunately, we've run out of time, but I really hope you enjoyed our little reading today. Please come back next week and we can continue on reading Fishing with Grandpa. All right, thank you for coming and please enjoy the rest of your day. Bye. Nice to meet you all.